I'm here at Yojo Outlet headquarters in Cincinnati, Ohio, Newtown to be specific. I have a sling on, hurt my arm, I fell off a skateboard. Too old to be doing that. But I'm here today because we have a Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest Pirate Disguised Elizabeth Swann with 2 pirate swords. This is made by a company called Zizzle. I don't know anything about Zizzle or anything else they made. I don't think they made a lot other than these. They're based in Hong Kong. This is from 2006, so I think somehow they got the license to Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. So good for them. You can see that this is just in horrendous shape. You know, it looks like maybe there's some water damage. I don't know. Somebody just jammed that into a box, or I don't know. This just got stomped on. Who knows what happened. So perfect candidate to open, and then we're going to list it here in the store to sell. So before we do that, let's bust this open. And it's one of those things where it's honestly probably worth more loose complete than on this beat up cards. There's one thing that I've found as a collector and as a seller is that a lot of people don't like the really beat up cards, especially with newer stuff. I mean, this is, it's 14 years old at this point, but it's not something that's super valuable, but it definitely is probably worth more loose because, one, shipping is going to be less when you ship it off the card. And I don't know, I guess some people don't want to open it. They just, I don't know. It's interesting when you get into toy lines like Superpowers. I still collect it, but I used to be really into Superpowers. Unfortunately, those have gotten really high in price in the past few years. But you would find loose, complete figures for more than what a beat-up carded figure costs. And I always found that kind of weird because I thought, if you, I don't know, say I would get a Superpowers Lex Luthor on a beat-up card for 25 bucks. And then people are selling mint complete ones for 25 bucks. I would rather just buy a beat-up one and open it, and then you have a, fresh off the card super mint one. But that's just me. I don't know. Maybe some people aren't insane like me and want to open toys off the card. So let's listen and see if we can hear that crack. I don't know how well you can hear that from the distance. I've never seen any of these films, so I can't really tell you much about how well Zizzle did on any kind of likeness or whatever, but I think, it's a pretty good looking figure. It's obviously, she's a pirate, so there's some nice detail. One thing, this is kind of interesting. I don't know how well you can see that, but you see her hair broke, which I don't think I've ever seen an action figure whose hair broke. Sometimes in G.I. Joe's Spirit, his hair will come off, but her hair actually broke. So I figure there's some kind of corny dad joke like, talk about split ends. They have a little bit of articulation. The arms don't articulate super well. It's kind of weird in that the wrists don't articulate, so she's holding both swords. They kind of like clang against each other, which doesn't seem very useful in a fight when you in a sword fight. Okay, there, her head turns. So we broke her hair. I don't know if it was like that on the card or if I just did that myself. But so everybody knows this mostly from obviously Captain Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp, but the Davy Jones figure is pretty cool. The Bootstrap Bill is pretty cool. We've actually here at Yojo Outlet, we've sold some like really small ones that came with almost like it wasn't made by Galoob or Micro Machines, but like kind of a Micro Machine type play set of some of the ships. So those are kind of cool. So she's from London, England. She's clever at disguise and infiltration. She has a sword and a pistol, but they didn't give her a pistol. They just gave her 2 swords. There's actually, I guess, a holster, but there's no pistol in there. She has Aztec gold medallion, a wedding dress, and she resides on Port Royal. So kind of an interesting one, not something that, again, I really collect or know a whole lot about, but overall, a decent figure. I think the likeness is okay. But we broke her hair, so sorry about that. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, open your toys, play with them, and be careful with your hair.